Well, good morning. So, uh, still failing at getting the videos out as they're actually being worked on. So, here we are this morning. So, this is going to be looking at day 10. And right after this, I'm going to be getting right into day 11. So, as you can see, we actually still have our tower defense running. We have a couple new things. We have some towers that I've placed down. I just manually placed them down to play around. And they're shooting and they're getting some enemies. Now, they're not actually defeating the enemies at this point. That's what I'm going to be working on right after I publish this out. Uh, the the goal of completing today is setting a bit of a radius on the tower, as well as not only having the tower, allowing them to shoot the bullet, and having the bullet trace after the highest risk of actually dealing damage to the base. So once that base is there, we want to make sure we protect it at all costs, right? So for today, introduce the bullet, which is actually the same asset as I used on the space shooter. Keep it simple. Added in this nice little cute raccoon, which is what we're using as the tower here today, and having the bullet trace. So to show a little bit of logic that we have in there. So as part of the tower controller, following through the current target. So as a target enters the area, we set that current target as long as they are an enemy. So, and of course, once we have a current target, we're going to start firing on them. The firing rate right now is 1.5 seconds. So as we know, as part of Delta, Delta is going to be adding, providing us the running total. And once we get over a certain amount, we're just going to reset it so we know how often we want to fire. Uh, as as for everything else at this point, when they go out of the area, we want to remove them. The other things that I haven't taken into consideration, if the target doesn't exist anymore, so if you defeat it, we don't want to be following or shooting towards a spot anymore. We want to move on. The next thing that I wanted to show off was the bullet pool. So as whenever they shoot off a bullet, we're going to let the bullet pool go ahead and follow. We're also going to be keeping track, again, something that I used in the space shooter. We're going to be adding it. We're going to be putting it into the container. So that is one thing with the space shooter that I'm actually going to be making a little bit of an adjustment to. So with the enemy floating out there, that's because I added the enemies to the root. I didn't add them to a container. So they live at the root of everything, which is just fantastic. And that's an easy fix now that I know that. But effectively for that, you get the tree. You get the current scene, and if the current scene has a bullet container, it'll return that node. So that's relying on you adding that container each time. And that's okay. For something small, it works out just fine. And then when this scene is changed, it goes away. But for us, we're managing all those things. This is us dealing with all of it. So we don't have to actually destroy all of them at the end. We don't have to. We will, because we like to clean house. We like to sweep things away, not leave them under the rug. The last thing was really looking at that the bullet controller. So what we're going to be doing is the bullet is going to be following after the target that you provide. So that's the target that you provide when you call bullet pool, and the location of where it's at is where the bullet's going to be moving. And so that's why it looks like it's honing in. It's actually kind of just zigzagging and going, or I say zigzagging. If there was a nice zigzag, you'd see the bullet zigzagging. But it's moving towards where the target is based on the speed that we're providing. So right now at this time, this is where I'm at, day 10, feeling good. 1/6 of the way completed with the goal of 60. And looks like we're making pretty good progress. So, yeah, goal of day 11, goal of today is to actually get some of those enemies defeated and then adding our base at the bottom and starting to take damage. So, yeah, there we go. That's going to give us our full game loop at this point, and then we're just going to be next probably day 12. If day 11 goes really fast, I might start implementing some drag and drop to actually add units on the screen. So to give a little bit of a future insight on what I want to do with this one is going to be a bit bigger than the other two that I created. The farm has a lot of potential, as I mentioned before. There's a lot of things that can happen, including opening different crops and just kind of moving from there. The space shooter I was content with. It was cool. I was able to push it out. You can play it and have fun, and really do go play on it on itch.io if you haven't checked it out yet. And this one I'm going to actually try and make the entire game and add some extendability and extend it a bit. So we'll see what that looks like. So right now we have towers. Tomorrow what I plan on doing is actually, throughout these days, providing a menu and an ability to add towers. And there's going to be new towers, new types of towers, potentially new abilities. I'm really just dreaming up at this point, like, what if I have one that shoots and slows down? Wouldn't that be really cool? But being able to place them down, and as you defeat enemies, you get currency. So we're starting to just get into what the typical tower defense actually is. So let me know if you have questions. I'm posting everything on LinkedIn, just following through on this. But if you enjoy these videos, if you don't enjoy them, I know my voice isn't my favorite thing to listen to. But if there's anything that I can change to help provide better content, please let me know. Otherwise, yeah, see you on my day 11 video.